In the news this week, Election Briefing 2017 is launched by the Christian Institute. A top school in London wants its uniform to include skirts for boys, and a Christian printer wins his case after being sued for turning down a gay pride request. Hello. The Christian Institute's Election Briefing 2017 has been published, urging churchgoers to challenge election candidates and to go and vote. It offers in-depth analysis of party policies on many issues where important biblical principles are at stake. The Christian Institute's director, Colin Hart, says that amid the many issues being debated during this election, free speech should be a primary concern for Christians.
After all, if Christians don't take a stand for gospel freedom, no one else will. We've recently seen just how far the media is prepared to go to hound politicians suspected for having Christian views on sexual ethics or abortion. That's bad, but the proposed equality oath would be worse. It would demand that doctors, teachers, police officers and public officials swear allegiance to a state-sanctioned list of British values.
Election Briefing 2017 is part of a range of resources the Christian Institute has produced for the election. These include question cards to help you find out your candidates' views and a record of MPs' votes.
We don't tell you who to vote for, but we do tell you where the parties stand on a range of issues where biblical principles are at stake. You can get our briefing and other resources from our website or by telephoning our office. The details are on the screen. Finally, I would ask you to join with me in praying that those elected will protect our gospel freedoms and do what is right.
Election Briefing 2017 and other resources are available to download now at christian.org.uk/election. A proposal in Scotland to ban parents from smacking their children has faced a wave of criticism. Scottish Green MSP John Finney tabled a private member's bill to remove the legal protection allowing parents to smack their children. But a legal expert and various media commentators spoke out against the move. James Chalmers, Regis Professor of Law at the University of Glasgow, told The Times that parents convicted under an anti-smacking law would receive a criminal conviction for assault, with consequences for future employment. His warning was echoed by Sunday Times columnist Gillian Bowditch. Despite being anti-smacking herself, she argued that dragging children through the courts may be more traumatic than the smack itself. John Finney strongly denies that the smacking ban would criminalise parents, but his own consultation document admits that a negative impact could be anticipated in terms of parents being criminalised. The Scottish Government has said it has no plans to introduce legislation in the area, but will consider Finney's bill. A leading private school is putting forward plans to introduce a gender-neutral uniform policy. Highgate School in North London has proposed that students should be allowed to mix and match their uniforms. It comes amid pressure from student activists who want to scrap old-fashioned ideas of male and female. At present, girls may wear trousers or skirts, but boys are not permitted to wear skirts. However, Highgate's principal Adam Pettit thinks the uniform policy should be changed. He claimed that if allowing boys to wear skirts makes them feel happier and more secure in who they are, it must be a good thing. Former pupils have written to Highgate to oppose the changes, stating that the school is promoting the wrong ideas. And finally, a Christian printer who declined to make shirts for a US gay pride event has won his court case. Blaine Adamson and his Hands-On Originals company were exonerated by an appeals court after being sued following a complaint by LGBT activists. Adamson described his business's stance in a video produced by his legal backers, Alliance Defending Freedom.
We've had to turn down several jobs because of whatever the message may have been, even from customers who we've worked with for years. Because I'll work with any person, no matter who they are, no matter what their belief systems are, but when they present a message that conflicts with my convictions, it's not something that I can print. That's the line for me.
The court recognised Adamson's actions were based on his sincerely held religious beliefs and not because of the sexual orientation of a customer. Alliance Defending Freedom welcomed the decision, calling it a victory for creative professionals who serve all people but cannot promote all messages.
This case is really about the freedom of all Americans to conduct their business consistent with their beliefs. And that protection's as good for the person of faith as it is for the atheist. It's as good for the Democrat as it is for the Republican. Everyone has this freedom. So we all should stand up side by side with people like Blaine, and we should defend their freedom and their liberty to live consistent with their beliefs.
In the UK, Asher's Baking Company is being sued after turning down an order for a cake with the pro-same-sex marriage campaign slogan. The UK Supreme Court has agreed to hear arguments for appeal in October. Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.